Hello everyone and welcome to GIR Golf, and welcome to today's golf rules tip, an embedded ball. Now, on a nice rainy day like it is here today when we're out playing golf after a rainstorm or during a rainstorm, this happens a lot. Our ball may become embedded or imprinted in the ground. And the rules of golf give us some options here. Our first option is, if we come and we find our ball is embedded in the ground, is we can simply play the ball as it lies without a penalty. Now, the rules of golf do allow us, under Golf Rules 16.3, under abnormal golf course conditions, to take free relief in this situation if we choose to do so. In other words, we can take a drop within one club length of this where this ball is laying and take no penalty as well. So on a rainy day like today, that is something really to consider in this situation. So now I'm going to show you how to do that next. As we begin discussing this golf rule, let's talk about where my golf ball is lying. And that's what we got to take in consideration, because we can only apply free relief in an embedded ball situation if our golf ball is in the general area or on the putting green. Again, it must be in the general area, the area of the golf course that is the fairway, the rough, and the fringe around the green. That is considered the general area. You can apply what I'm about to show you. Additionally, if your ball is on the green, we'll go over that in a minute, but I want you to pay attention. My golf ball is in the general area. I am here just short of the green, and I am not in a bunker, because we cannot apply this rule if we're in a bunker. I am not in a penalty area. We cannot take relief in a penalty area. I am not out of bounds, of course. I am in the general area. The same, what I'm about to show you will apply whether I'm in the rough, as long as I'm not in one of those areas I mentioned, or I'm on the fringe, and also on the green. You have options when it comes to a situation like this. So I come up to my golf ball here in the general area, and I see it is obviously embedded in the ground. Now, the rules of golf say I can play this ball as it lies without a penalty. That's option number one. Play it as it lies, no penalty. Now, the rules of golf are kind to us in this regard, because playing this ball as it lies, it is really buried. It's going to be an extremely difficult shot to predict. So, however, if I was playing golf right now, I would definitely take my free relief option, which is option number two, is to take free relief within one club length directly where the ball is at. More specifically, this point right behind the ball. So in other words, you go right here behind the ball, just out of the indentation, and then you can take and mark out a one club length dropping area. So now I went to my golf bag and I grabbed my driver, because it is the longest club in my bag except for my putter, and that's what I use to measure out my relief area, whether it's a free drop here or maybe I'm taking a drop out of a penalty area. So I've taken my driver, I put a tee down right behind the ball. You know, it's important that we don't drop any closer to the hole, because that would be a penalty. We have to be farther back away than where the ball is. So I put a tee down there, I put a tee down there. Now, going back to that thought, I can't put a tee down over here, because that would be too close to the hole. That would be closer to the hole, excuse me. We cannot be any closer. We got to be behind this point when we take this drop. So I put a tee down here, 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 and went around the horn there. I'm going to spray some lines on the ground so you can see what it looks like, and then we'll take our drop. Now, for the benefit of you viewers, I took some time and sprayed some lines here on the ground so you can see what this relief area looks like. It ends up being about a half a piece of pizza or pie in this situation. Again, we cannot be any closer to the hole, but we can go left, right, and back one club length, so it looks in a shape like this. So now let's take our drop here. First thing you got to do is go retrieve your ball. I will add as a tip, be careful where you walk. I wouldn't walk straight over there today because the ground is very soft. I'm going to walk around and retrieve my golf ball. You notice I have a rag in my hand. So I picked up my golf ball, and then now the rules of golf allow me to clean this golf ball. You can always clean a golf ball anytime you're taking a drop. Additionally, if I would choose to do so, I could put a new ball in play out of my bag at this time. So just good to know. But at minimum, in this situation, you're going to want to clean the golf ball, because it's going to be buried in there in the ground. You're gonna clean some dirt off of it. So I've done that. Now I'm gonna take my drop. So I'm gonna survey, as I teach everyone on this channel, survey where you wanna hit this next shot. So I'm gonna look around. I really wanna drop over there, so I'm gonna go over here. Again, I'm watching where I step just because today it's so wet out here. I'm gonna drop it here at knee height. Ball landed in the relief area, stayed in there, and I'm good to go. Again, no penalty here. Let's say this was my tee shot that became embedded on a par 4, shot number 1. I'm still hitting only shot number 2 right here, again, because there's no penalty for this, because I'm in the general area. Now let's go up to the putting green and talk about if your ball becomes embedded on the putting green. Okay, now let's discuss our options if our ball becomes embedded on the putting green of the hole that we're playing. Let's say we're playing a par 3 and we just stuck our tee shot right here, shot number 1, within 3 feet of the hole, and a great job. You know, we're sticking in here tight. We got a good look at birdie. We get up here on this wet day and we notice our ball is embedded in the green. Now the rules of golf say that we can just play that ball as it lies. That's option number 1. Option number 2, however, is we can mark it, clean our ball, repair the damage, and place the ball back in that spot, no penalty. So this is an important rule as well. Often we get up here and we mark our ball, but some of you may not on a close putt like this. Pay attention to see if your ball's embedded, because it can drastically influence how this ball reacts if you were to putt it if it was embedded. So I've noticed my ball's embedded. Now, I got to use my imagination here. I'm on an artificial green. The ball is not embedded for you out there on the camera, but let's pretend it is. I get up here, shot number 1, ball's embedded. I get my marker out. I got a little coin here. I mark my ball, pick it up, then simply take a divot tool or even just a golf tee. I've got a fancy one here. It's a little switchblade, and repair the damage. Okay, get in there. Careful not to move your mark. Take your putter, tamp it down. I've repaired the damage. Now I simply put the ball back in front of that mark. Okay, pick my mark up, get in my putting routine, and hopefully make a birdie here. Again, no penalty. You'll notice there's a big difference. We do get free relief here on the green. However, in the general area, those areas of the golf course that are the fairway, the rough, or even this fringe right here, we get a 1 club length dropping area. In this instance, we repair and put the ball back in its original spot. We cannot repair the indentation out there in the general area and put it back. We have to take a drop. Here, we are allowed to repair the damage and put it right back. So I've done that, getting ready to hit shot 2. Okay, put it in there, make your birdie, free of charge. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching this video. Hopefully this has helped educate you what your options are, because in golf we play when it's wet, and this happens a lot. Your ball may become embedded in the ground, and it's important to know what your options are to help lower your scores. This rule will drastically help lower and improve your scores on wet days if you apply it. Just like today, if it's wet out here, even in the fairway, your ball can become embedded, especially on the green. So it's nice to know what the proper rules are to help lower your scores. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Remember, as always, to smile often, have fun, God loves you. We'll see you next time.